Hello, is it me you're looking for? Hey guys, I'm gonna read some stories to you. This was specifically sent to me, so it's not a super long story, but I want to read it, which means you're gonna listen to it. That's how this channel works, don't you know that? Fuck. Now, as it was sent to my inbox, as I usually do with these, if you send something to my inbox, I won't say your Reddit user name or anything unless you specifically tell me to. So I'm going to leave the name off of this, and if this is your story, I'm going to assume you listen to this, if you want people to know, just, make it known in the comments. So, without further ado, and more, explaining of everything around me, let's get to the fucking story. Hey, what's up? Not much, I was just explaining how this story... Oh, right, anyway. I've been watching your channel recently, and I felt the need to tell my story. Well, I'm glad that you did. Let's have a story time. I'm excited. I'm also in a really good mood, so... Okay. So basically, being a neckbeard really ruined my life up to this point. Mind you, I wasn't that neckbeard that was overweight, reeked of foul ass, and wore a fedora. Just, level 1 stuff. Creepy, nerdy, obsessed with the idea of getting laid. It only got worse after high school. College was the peak of beardiness for me, and holy shit, bruh, it was bad. He said, bruh, it makes me happy. I was trying to break out of my social shell and talk to girls, make friends, and be this, I fucking kid you not, edgy anime protagonist with a katana blade. Yes, I owned a katana blade for 5 straight years. Oh, my friend, it's okay. Other stupid shit I did was try to get several girls to have sex with me, get drunk and groped a girl once, and just acted like this animated jackass. Looking back on it, I am so ashamed of that person. A lot of people didn't like me, I didn't pick up on social cues, and I was just straight up moron. I was blaming everyone but myself, but really it didn't hit until after I graduated university. I moved out of state to look for work, fresh out of college with a bachelor's in fine arts. Stupidest fucking thing I ever did. Wish I never doubled down on that major. Anyway, it was 2 years of hell. I was unemployed for months. I ran up a credit card bill. I wasn't able to pay rent and unintentionally lived in a building for free. I ended up with roommates who couldn't stand me, but to be fair, they were complete shitheads too, so I'm not entirely to blame for myself there. And now I'm back home where I started, living with my parents, almost 30, trying to pick up the pieces. I lived this life as a beta neckbeard. Every time I tried to break free, I got sucked back in. As of now, I'm working to fix my life and the damage my beardery past has caused. I'm learning to be less codependent because, from a psychological standpoint, I think that's why I never really tried to get my shit straight. I always look for an answer in some girl or a group of people like me. Instead, I just need to go my own way. Learn to be successful without being a dickbeard. I'm ashamed of my past, and if you could, Moonhorse, please include this sentence. To every woman I tried to get sex out of, I am sorry. I'm not proud of it, and I'm praying to break free 100% forever. Thanks, brother, you're doing solid work. Thank you. Sorry if the story wasn't exactly funny or too long. I just wanted to get this off my chest to, an audience who knows about neckbeard foolery. Okay, let me explain something to you, my friend. When it comes to getting out of neckbeardery, I'd say you already did. See, most neckbeards aren't self-aware. The fact that you owned up to a lot of your mistakes and really tried to, fix things, do things, and, make things better, means I think you're definitely getting out of there. There's an aftermath. Everybody who goes through a neckbeard phase has an aftermath, and one day I'll tell my own story in more detail, but this is about you, so let's focus on that. That aftermath doesn't need to own you. So, let's go to where you are now. Living at home, almost 30, trying to pick up the pieces. Sometimes shit doesn't pan out the way we want it to. And yeah, sometimes you have to depend on people, even though, you see it as embarrassing or a fault or something like that. And you have to pick up things and get back on track and make things better. It's not... See, I don't think you're a failure. I know there's a lot of people who will, whatever. This isn't a, pissing contest about who's doing what. The fact that you're trying means more than anything. The fact that you're putting in effort to try and change things for the better is what really matters here. You already jumped the biggest fucking hurdle when it comes to neckbeardery, which is understanding that blaming everyone else isn't going to fix the problem. There are motherfuckers, not just neckbeards, but, let's focus on just them for this example. There are motherfuckers who do that well into their 50s. There are motherfuckers who'll do that for life. That's just, that's their end game. It's everybody's fault but mine, even though they absolutely need to own up to their shit. Nobody said that success comes early. We're told that. We're told that if you're going to, be proper and successful in this world, harumph, you have to be, immediately out of college and completely succeeding. So, let me give you a little humanizing moment here. What was Moonhorse doing in his 20s? I work construction. I work construction because nobody would fucking hire me. I live in a shitty middle of nowhere place, and there is quite literally a waiting list to get hired at the local Walmart. Because I'm not sure about these numbers, but I'm pretty sure that the industry in this area alone is, I think the population exceeds it by at least 3. So, for every one job, there's 3 to 4 people. This area is not sustainable on that. So there's a lot of, poverty and a lot of really broken fucking systems. So I worked construction out of New Orleans with a little private contractor, basically tearing the insides out of gutting houses that had been affected by storm damage. And I know some of you might be thinking, it wasn't... You weren't there immediately after the storm, after all this. And it's yeah, well, there's still houses that look like that down there. Lakeview looks like a fucking hydrogen bomb went off. I don't think it's ever going to be the same. But, yeah, it was a shitty job. It was a shitty job. I hated it. It paid great, but I hated it. And that was my first experience with working somewhere that by all ways and means, by all, statistic definitions, should have been good. But, I'm getting paid good. The work isn't the hardest. I've done harder things. There's exercise involved, so, you're getting in shape and all that shit. And you are actually doing something that does make a difference. So, if all of these things are good, and all of things by society standards are good, why do I fucking hate this so much? That was a question I had to ask myself over and over. And eventually that job dried up, and I was right back in the exact same position I was before. So, no, you don't have all the answers immediately out of college. There's a lot of mentality that says that. There's a lot of, when you get into college or, just out of high school, you'll have to make a plan and you'll know. You don't know. Nobody fucking knows. It's a lie, kid. So, the fact that now things are starting to look better means that now's your time. Now's the moment to start picking up and doing better. There is no perfect system. There is no perfect rule. There is no plan, divine or otherwise. It's just you making what you can. Nobody's perfect, and nobody can blame you for being wrong. And as I've said many times on this channel, even though we laugh about neckbeard stuff, everybody here really, truly wants a lot of these neckbeards. I think I'm not stepping out of line here by saying, like, if tomorrow, even the weirdest beardo, well, not the weirdest, some of them are, like, pedophiles, and fuck them, but the ones who aren't, the ones who are just, like, you know, weirdos, kind of creepy, kind of goofy, that kind of shit, if they just all of a sudden became, like, more aware, and were just like, I'm not going to do this anymore, I want to make my life better, we'd be happy for them, and we'd support them. Because we don't demonize them. Well, you know, pedophiles, yeah. And rapists. Fuck them. You know, with something sharp. But that's, you know, that's a different case. That's a completely different case. The otherwise stuff, it's just like, you know, you want them to grow out of that. I've said that multiple times about, you know, when I hear stories, the Neckbeard stories of, like, the kids who are in high school and shit. And I'm like, I really hope they grow out of that. Everybody has a phase like that, and I really hope they grow out of it. It's an important moment to just kind of, like, you know, to distinguish the difference between, is this a hobby you're really into? Is this a thing you're really into? Are you obsessing over this thing? And is it making, you know, your life worse? I probably will do, like, a short podcast here soon about my Neckbeard experiences. Not just meeting them, but, like, all the stuff that happened around that. But that's neither here nor there. My friend, you're actually doing a lot better than you think you are. I'm happy for you. And I'm sure everybody else here is too. So get better. Keep fighting, and you know we got your back. We're a family here. It's kind of what we do. That's why we're the fucking coolest group on the internet. I'm just saying. Nobody else is as awesome as us. Just, you know, just putting that out there. Just fucking saying. I don't care. Yeah, I know there's, like, a lot of other YouTubers. Like, I have 1 million subscribers. I'm like, yeah, well, mine are fucking awesome and sexier. So there. Nah. Just imagine saying that to somebody like Markiplier. Like, yeah, well, my fans are sexier, so there. Perfect arguing skills. I had to leave it on some kind of levity. Make things a little bit better. So you guys, just be happy. That's all I ever want from any of you. Be happy and do your best. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.